What's up, guys? Welcome back to another episode of the WHA-POOSH Show. It's your boy Chris here. Really excited to get into what we wanted to talk about. I know it's a later episode. We had some stuff to take care of. Mr. Broke on Toys had to go to a birthday dinner, but yeah, nonetheless, let's jump right in. I want to go ahead and bring in our first co-host, Mr. Reverse Zio himself. Celos, get you in here. What up?
What up, baby? Excited to be
How
here,
you
man. I'm
doing, man?
excited to tonight's discussion, man. It's a very
Yeah.
nostalgic one, man. Very nostalgic
Me
one.
too. Me too. We had a lot of stuff drop. So before we jump right in, let's get our special guest for the evening, Mr. Abasai. Let's get him in, bro.
Yo, what's
What's
up? How's it going?
up?
Oh,
Welcome back,
My
man.
the
pop-up guest.
return,
I
the
like to pop up
return.
once in a while.
Little
Nice.
cameo, a little
A
cameo.
Yeah,
cameo.
exactly.
And I guess so. I guess Broke on Toys, Mr. Kwan's going to join us a little bit later. I think he's in transit, so he'll hop in. He's on his way. So he'll be joining us shortly, but nonetheless, let's just dive right into our discussion, man. So the title of this episode is Marvel Mania, the MCU's first family in Xmen 97. So just the title alone, man. We had some crazy drops this week from Marvel Studios specifically. So let's start with our first topic. The Fantastic Four got casted, man. And it was out of
I
the
know.
blue
I
on
know.
Valentine's Day. What
Did
the
not
hell?
see that. Did not see that coming at all. I thought it was fake at first. Like
Yeah, me too.
I was like AI
All this
back at it
AI
again,
stuff.
baby. I
Like
was
this is
like,
AI art.
AI
Yes,
after it
bro. I
again.
was like, damn. Like,
Especially because like some of these castings were kind of like rumors that people were just kind of fan casting too, So
yes,
most of the time
dude.
you hear all these things and you're like, nah, at this like after so many years, you're like, nah, it can't be true. Like it's just fan casting. And then so you see that and you're like, oh shoot, immediately you're like, is this even real?
Yeah.
So it's crazy, bro. It's crazy, crazy, crazy.
So I guess I see we got Austin Nicholas in the chat. What's up, Austin? It's always a pleasure, man, to have you in the chat,
What
bro.
up, baby?
So
Appreciate you tuning in. So Abasai, I'd like to get your thoughts, man. What was your first reaction on that casting announcement?
I was like, I mean, I heard Pablo Pascal is gonna be Mr. Fantastic, but it took me a while to like see it until I saw the image, and then I see the image. I'm like, okay, yeah, he fits in. I can see it. I can see it.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. Honestly, it caught me off guard too, right? But I was like, man, is he gonna shave the mustache? Because it's kind of like iconic for his look. I can never picture Pedro Pascal without the mustache. Like seeing him in Wonder Woman was weird without the,
Oh
the
yeah,
mustache.
Nah, he's
I
gonna have to keep the stash.
I think the other time that
Yes.
I've seen him like that was in Game of Thrones, right? In Game of Thrones, he was also clean shaven, was
Oh,
he
that's
not?
right.
Yeah,
Yeah, he
right.
was clean shaven.
He
Yeah,
was
yeah, yeah.
very yeah. It's
But
been a
it's
while.
like a weird look, right? It's just like I'm so used to seeing him with that mustache that so that was immediately the first thing came to mind. It's like, man, can he be a Reed Richards? Like Reed Richards is like this clean shaven kind of like nerdy type of guy, and I'm sure he can pull it off, right? But yeah, I agree, man. Once that picture got released, it's like, okay, I think I can kind of see it. When they added the iconic kind of like white streaks of hair on the
Yeah,
side, I was like, all right, man, that's Reed Richards, bro. He's gonna pull it off.
Yeah.
I think he'll
um,
do good on it. You know, Joseph Quinn as Johnny Storm. What do you think of that?
I'll let Silos. What do you think, bro? How do you feel about that,
What,
man?
bro? Give me 1 second. Let me let y'all take care of that. I'm gonna do something real quick, and then I'll be right.
Oh, he working behind the scenes, bro.
Yeah,
he's
yeah. I'm trying
he's
to.
I
ordering a
mean,
figure, bro. He's pre-ordering.
Nah,
yeah,
no. You'll see
yeah,
right
yeah.
now.
We bust out my credit card
There we
real
go.
quick. There you go.
He's trying to get that Darth
There we go.
Vader.
Yeah.
It's already
No.
waitlisted.
That one's already. No, I got that one pre-ordered. Yeah, I was trying to get this picture up here.
Oh,
Yeah. I was like, we need
yes,
something to
yes.
go off of.
So
Johnny Storm, man. Johnny Storm,
yeah,
obviously like a fan favorite. I love Chris Evans as Johnny Storm, like in the original movies.
Yeah.
I hope that what's his name? Quinn? What? Joseph?
Yeah,
Quinn?
Joseph Quinn.
Quinn.
Yeah.
Joseph Quinn, right?
Last,
Joseph Quinn.
very famous for Stranger Things.
From
yes.
Stranger Things.
Go Fight
Dude,
Club.
he was fantastic in Stranger Things. So I'm eager and excited for him to get this opportunity to really go on the big screen and stand out, man. Because this is gonna be, I think this is gonna be a very big and definitive part and chapter to the new MCU. going forward, especially with rumors of Doctor Doom being the next big thing. So
Yeah.
I'm happy for him, man. I just hope that he brings that energy, and I'm sure he will, because he killed it as what was his name in Stranger Things? I'm blanking out. Eddie Munson. Eddie Munson, right? Eddie
Yeah.
Munson, dude. Oh my god, like that. We could talk about Eddie Munson all day too, man. Like, I know he's gonna bring that to the table. He's probably the the casting that I'm more excited about between the four announcements. I think that's the one that
Really?
I'm the most excited about. Yeah, man. Everybody else, I like. To me, Johnny Storm was always freaking fantastic, like literally Fantastic Four. But he was phenomenal. I love the flame powers that he has, so I'm a big fan of him. They did a third party figure, and I almost bought it, but it came out really crappy. So I'll wait for this one. What about y'all, man? What about y'all?
Honestly, man, I had an opposite first reaction to Johnny
Okay.
Storm.
Okay.
Right, because I had heard there was rumors rumbling on who, I think Paul Mescal was being rumored for Johnny Storm at one point, which
Yeah,
I'm
yeah.
pretty sure he was, and I think he dropped out because of Gladiator, because it sounds like they want to accelerate this movie, and they're literally trying to work around Pedro Pascal's schedule right now, right? So
Yeah.
I think, I don't know, I'll have to see it in action, right? I do think he fits the look that they're going for, that 60s setting, right?
Oh yeah.
I think,
Stranger
if they were
Things
going to
helped with
Stranger
that
Things,
role.
yeah,
they-
if they were going to Stranger Things route, I think I would have preferred Dacker Montgomery, who plays the what's her name's older brother and Red Ranger in the Power Rangers movie,
Dude, he was.
Oh, yeah.
It was his name Billy.
right?
Billy,
Was his
yeah.
name
Yeah, Billy in the
Billy,
show, right? I think he
Yeah.
would have been a really good Johnny Storm, and I'm
Damn.
surprised. I'm like,
He would've been
man,
good, too.
right? So, but I'm gonna give Joseph Quinn the benefit of the doubt, man. He did fantastic in Stranger Things. Eddie Munson became like an iconic character. So I think he'll deliver, bro. And then he's also gonna be like in A Quiet Place, the prequel movie, Day One or whatever it's called. So he's like booked like crazy the next 2 years. So yeah, I'm gonna give him the benefit of the doubt. Honestly, I think it's a tie for me on the perfect casting between Invisible Woman, Sue Storm, because I think Vanessa Kirby is freaking perfect, man.
She's awesome, man.
I was scared because there was rumors that Margot Robbie was going to take the role, and I think at one point she
No.
almost was.
No way.
Oh yeah, yeah.
I was
did hear
like,
that.
I don't see
damn
her
it,
taking
man.
another big project like that. Like I feel
Yeah,
like she
and I
wants to
was
have like
just like-
Liberty, right?
Yeah, I'm
Um,
kind of glad she dropped out, man, because I was like,
But-
no, like she's Harley, bro. I don't want to get it confused, like.
I mean, she's gonna be invisible half the time, so it's all right. No,
Right.
No. Hey, real
Vanessa
quick,
Kirby is perfect, man.
real quick before we move on to Abisai's thoughts, we got somebody else in here. The third member of the
Oh,
WhaPOOSH.
is he here, bro? Is he gonna
He's
pop
here,
up?
man. He's here. He might pop up. I don't know. He might be
shit.
coming in. Oh shit, where'd he go?
Oh!
shit. That is, you've been playing with your baby too much, bro.
Oh. He's like
Peekaboo.
the groundhog, bro. Did you see your shadow? What's up?
What's going
man?
on, guys? What's going on? What's going on?
Yeah, let me hold on. Let me do something. Let me take off this watermark right here.
I saw that, bro. He's trying to plug himself. Yeah,
Yeah.
every time,
Name of
bro.
the Stugro thing.
Look at
Check out
Foster,
Reverse Studio. Nah, man. But yeah, Abisai, what do you think, bro? What do you think?
I mean, I think she'll do a good job. I mean, who was the last one? Jessica Alba. And
Yeah.
Jessica
And
Alba.
Kate Mara, I think.
I mean, she really. I haven't seen her do too much, or from both actresses. So
Mhm.
for me, it's up in the air.
Yeah, I liked her in Mission Impossible. Vanessa Kirby. I liked her in those movies.
Yes,
She was brief scenes, but she was always really cool, very
And in
strong.
that Hobbs and Shaw movie too.
Oh
I
yeah,
thought she
she's the
was really good
sister.
in Hobbs and
She's
Shaw.
the
She's the
sister.
sister
You're
of
right.
Deckard Shaw, yeah.
Yeah, you're right. You're
Oh.
right.
I thought she was awesome, man. So I think it's spot on casting.
Real quick, before we get to Juan, let's check out this chat real quick. Got some people in here saying, "Of course, I wouldn't miss a chance to support my boys. It's because he's Mexican. No, not at all.
I was talking about the mustache. My dad has a mustache, and I've never seen him shaving. It'd be funny. I can just picture it.
Day one. Oh yeah, he's gonna be in A Quiet Place Day One. I forgot about that. That'll be good for him too.
Yeah.
Aaron collects, what's up, baby? My boy Aaron in here, and then my boy Brick in here saying what's happening, you guys. What up, Brick? Good to see you here tonight, man. So yeah, Juan, you came in a little bit on the later side. Christian, you wanna hit him with a question?
Yeah, Juan. So like, we're talking about the casting, obviously, man. So what was
Yeah.
what was your first reaction?
I honestly, I don't know about Pedro Pascal, Mr. Fantastic. I guess we'd have to see the first shots of him in the suit or something, you know. He's a great actor and all that. I don't know. It seems kind of. I guess it's a mustache. You know,
Yeah.
I don't know how to describe it. I don't know. I guess I would have to see. I mean, he looks good right there. And I know they're going for more of that 60s vibe, which you can
It fits that
clearly see
60s vibe, that mustache.
Yeah. So I mean, I'm excited for it. It's not like I'm not excited for it, but I think my favorite casting, and I have to agree, is probably Johnny Storm.
But real quick, speaking of the facial hair, John Krasinski had the facial hair when he did that little cameo as well.
Yeah, he did.
Yeah, he had the full beard,
Yeah.
right?
He had the full
Yeah, he
beard.
had a
which
full
was pretty
beard.
Yeah.
sick on him, man. I was like, dude, go ahead and keep that. Like,
Yeah, and that's, I mean, there's versions of Reed that have been done where he has the full beard, but I don't think there's ever been a Reed where it's just like the mustache, and
mustache.
kind of like the chin strap. I do see maybe Pedro will do the full beard instead.
Yeah.
So that's also a possibility, right? Like this is just concept art that they threw together. If it's referencing or giving any hint to like what the suits are gonna look like, I kind of like it. I think it's something that the MCU needs, man. You know, I think there's this MCU falls in this trope where like they just add too much crap to a costume, and I think they misunderstand that, you know, sometimes the simplistic look is the best look, right? Because like, you know, they add all these lines and all this shit and like vest on top of vest, and to try to make it look like it's practical and something that can exist in the real world. I'm like, you don't have to convince us. Like, they're comic book characters. We're already in. Just give us the suits that we want to see, right?
Well, it was good, but then they started doing a lot of nanotech stuff. You know,
Yes,
like
and all the
everything
nanotech
was
stuff,
there.
like-
nanotech. Yeah. I don't
So that
know,
kinda
man.
Well, the whole thing, I guess the whole thing is that they try to make it realistic, right? So like the simplicity kind of falls short because they want to make it all technological. But this being in the 60s, or if the movie does take place in the 60s, like they're saying, then I can see a more simplistic look as the first suit. And then as it progresses, of course, I feel like we'll probably get something like what we did with was a 2015 movie where it was kind of, I don't know, it looked like what's that material, like carbon fiber-ish type of style. So
Well, that's the thing that gets me. It's supposed to take place in the '60s. Yes, there's a robot like standing right there offering
Yeah.
Herbie.
coffee. Yeah,
I think it's gonna be interesting on that. Now that you bring it up, obviously.
yeah. How are they gonna balance that, the technology and the age?
Yeah, that's a good point. I think also, like, I mean, here's my thing is, like, is this gonna be an origin story movie, right? Like, 'cause we've already gotten 2 origin movies on the Fantastic Four, technically.
Yeah.
Even though we don't speak about the second one, but like, are we gonna get an origin story? It's like, or are we gonna get like? I think what would be best for them is to revisit scenes from when things happened, but I wouldn't say do a whole origin story again.
Just flashbacks.
Yeah, flashbacks, like kick it off with like an event, like kind of like how they do like the Batman movies where they show like the first 10 seconds, or just like, you know, Thomas Wayne, Martha, and him walking down the freaking alley, like something quick. You know what I mean? Don't make the whole movie
Zack
about
Snyder's the blueprint.
experiment.
That's what he's saying, bro.
That's what I'm saying, bro. Like, give me like James Gunn. James Gunn's not gonna do an origin story for Superman again. Like,
Superman.
you know,
No,
like,
Honestly, I think
like-
the studios are just like tired of origin stories. You know?
yeah. Also, I'm looking at this freaking concept art, and Joseph Quinn here looks swole. I hope he gets big for that role, man. I hope he does carry some like extra muscle, because that hot toy, like, I need it to be fired. You know what I mean?
Pedro Pascal looks swole as hell too. Like, what the
he
hell?
looks well.
Yeah, he's gonna start juicing soon, so I'm actually providing him his next cycle of SARMs. So I'll keep y'all updated with progress pictures.
Now, Ben, do you think they're gonna go full CGI, or is he getting a suit like the first movies?
I'm pretty sure it's gonna be CGI.
The suits?
Yeah, well, him, the
No, for like
character
Ben.
himself. Yeah, Ben. The thing.
Oh,
What do you think they're gonna do? CGI or a suit?
practical effects.
No, I think it's gonna be CGI for sure.
Yeah, it has to be.
We saw it with Beast, right, for the X-Men at the end of
Oh yeah, we
you know,
did.
Captain Marvel or whatever, the Marvels. So I guarantee you it's going to be CGI. If that's referencing what he's going to look like, though, I love it because that's so
Oh, yeah.
classic comic booky look.
Mhm.
And then the actor is perfect,
Brown.
man. I don't know if you guys ever watched The Bear,
I
but
have
you
not.
know, Eben Moss-Barack plays like, you know, they call him cousin or whatever, but his character basically like screams the whole damn time in that show. So I think it's
Yeah.
perfect casting,
yeah,
right? For, like this angry person that's like
Grumpy.
trapped in this rock body, like grumpy, you know.
Dude, I mean, this is probably one of the most exciting announcements I've gotten in a while for a comic book movie.
Mhm.
I think because it seems to be like a fresh start and a fresh look for Marvel going forward. It's something that it's not a continuation of something we've gotten, but it's also something quite like impactful because you know, it's the Fantastic Four, but B, I think they're gonna play such a huge role. Like I said, going back to them going forward with Doctor Doom, like possibly being the next big bad and stuff like that. So this hypes me up. This hypes me up a lot, man. This hypes me up a lot. I'm looking forward to this. And just imagine having the hot toys of these four guys, dude.
Mhm.
Like that's gonna be sick, man. So I'm excited, man.
Yeah, I mean, there's also additionally, right, to think about is Silver Surfer, right?
Oh yeah.
So it sounds, so from what we understand, it looks like Galactus is going to be the villain of this one, and I think they're going to set up Doctor Doom as the big bad. You know, the whole Thanos approach of, you know, Doom's in the background, right? So, you know, Galactus getting involved. The Silver Surfer is insane, dude. I would love a figure of Silver Surfer, bro. Like that would be so legit, man.
So there's been rumors that Henry Cavill signed on to Marvel.
Yeah.
Film. So, I mean, do you think he would be Doctor Doom or Silver Surfer?
I was gonna ask
It's been
that.
all over the place, man.
What was the
People were
question again?
thinking Cyclops as well.
For who?
Henry Cavill.
Oh,
Yeah,
Henry
Cavill,
Cavill as
yeah.
Cyclops would be massive, but he would be
Yes,
a
dude.
badass Cyclops. I love Cyclops, so once we get a text, we'll talk about it. But
Yeah.
Henry Cavill being
I mean,
signed on there,
yeah.
like, it better not be a small role though. Like, don't give him a fucking role that's like
No,
you don't see him like
they're
every
thinking
10
about
years.
giving him they're thinking about giving him Doom or which one was it? There was like a Captain America's character
Britain.
no, not, but it wasn't him. I don't think it was. Oh, maybe it was him.
Yeah, Captain
Really?
Britain. There's Sentry's
Yeah.
been thrown around.
Oh, Sentry. Yeah, I think that's what I was thinking about. Sentry.
They gave him Charles Xavier. Like, he's like the biggest Charles Xavier ever, dude. Like, oh my
Pushing that
God.
wheelchair around. That's why
You know,
he got those guns.
he's pushing the wheelchair, bro.
Mhm.
I don't know, man. I don't know. Right
No,
now,
but I mean,
it's in the air.
who knows what he ends up doing. If he did get cast, that's insane. I think it's a good pickup. It's just a strategic pickup for Marvel too, right? Because I think you know he still has a lot of hype around. Like, you know, people wanted him as Superman. I think people still want him back as Superman. So seeing him in a Marvel movie will be kind of a bit nostalgic, right? It's crazy how much time has passed, right, with all this stuff too. It's been like almost 10 years.
Mhm.
So yeah, it'd be cool, man, for him to come in. I see Bricks talking about Cavill for the next Wolverine.
Wolverine.
That would be insane, man.
Well, dude, he'd be massive though. That's
He'd
the
be
one thing.
huge, dude.
He'd be massive.
Honestly,
He could be Juggernaut just by himself, just shirtless. Like, not even kidding. Cavill to 007.
Well, with the
leaning
size,
more
I think
towards, Cyclops, bro.
I think
Cyclops would be cool, dude.
if he was a bad guy, I think he could do like a good like Sabretooth.
Oh yeah, Sabretooth would be good too, man.
Yeah, because he has a build.
Yeah. So I mean, yeah, it can vary, man. I'm just curious if it's true. Like, he honestly, realistically, would have made sense to cast him as Hercules. That's what I thought he was going to be cast as. Then we ended up getting I forgot his name, and the guy from Ted Lasso.
Yeah.
But yeah, so like I said, there's multiple roles that he could take that I think Henry Cavill would kill. So
100%.
So to get back on Fantastic Four, where is this going to take place? Like in the universe, you know?
I think it's the regular.
Is it
Or
like
the,
a, is it
the
gonna be like
secret
a
timeline? No,
like a super like prequel to like everything? Because it
it
plays
it
like
has it has to be
Oh,
around the same time
I think it's
period. Like as
multiverse, bro.
you think
Yeah,
so? You don't
it's
think
gonna
they're
be
gonna have like?
multiverse, man. I'm pretty sure that's going to be one of those situations where, like a Captain America situation, right? They get pulled in a different time, right? And they
Yeah.
have to kind of adjust. So,
I was gonna
um,
say because wouldn't like at this point in time, Reed Richards would know Tony Stark's dad.
Yeah,
yeah, maybe there's
or
can be
because
Hangpin.
implications there too. Yeah.
there's a lot of rumors
Hank,
about like Hank Pym being related, and that's how they were connected to like the Avengers and stuff. Like,
yeah,
so it'll be interesting. I'm more concerned about their bigger plans if they're just gonna keep this to. Well,
He froze.
oh, we lost him.
No, no, he's just standing
We
really still. He's like,
oh, there we go.
There
Sorry.
he goes. There he goes. There he goes.
So like the X-Men stuff, like if they were to keep X-Men in that same time, like it would be really fun to go back and explore some of that stuff, because I think a lot of people like that time period, like especially it showed like going back in time with Stranger Things was very popular, you know. Let's see what up, WhaPooshians. Hope y'all are having a blessed day. Fun fact: Chris and I found out superheroes read comic books about Chuck Norris. You're welcome.
that's my cousin.
That's funny. Yeah, I'm sure they do, man. Chuck Norris is Chuck Norris. But yeah,
Who's
man.
the guy in the frame?
That's
The
Ben.
guy who plays the thing.
no, in the picture frame.
I see.
I like how they did
That's
that. I like how they did that to keep
Uh,
like show his actor representation.
Yeah, who the
you know?
actor is playing.
Yeah, I thought that was such an incredible idea to
That's good
be
marketing
able
right
to,
there.
yeah, like to show him, right, like, and
Yeah.
cool. He's even sitting in the same chair, looks like.
right.
Yeah, but yeah, man, it's exciting to see this, and I don't know. There's a lot of speculation right now. All I can say is that I'm excited for this casting right now. I'm excited for this movie. I'm excited for the figures to come out for this. And let's just hope that it's a good start, man. It's a good start, and how they connect it to the rest of the MCU, man. Because I don't want them to
I think
be
that's
like
gonna be. Go ahead.
yeah, go. Oh, I was gonna say, like, I hope that they're able to move them around, kind of like Chris said, like pull them to a different time period, because I mean, maybe we'll see him for Secret Wars, and maybe it'll be involved time traveling because they need Reed Richards or something like that. He is technically the smartest man, so maybe they can go back and reference, that they need him, so they bring him to the present for Secret Wars or something. Because I really do want to get, like, I love that part of the MCU being interconnected, and I know that they went away from that. Like, I understand it's very difficult for them to keep up with that, but this is a huge project for them to just keep it self-contained within this time period if they're not going to add anything else. But yeah, man, that'll be
no, I agree. I think that's the most interesting part about this film is how they're gonna connect it, right?
Mm-hmm.
And how they're gonna try to make it work with everything, especially because I think this is one of those movies that they have to do right.
Mm-hmm.
Right, like all the Fantastic Four movies have been notorious for being bad, I guess. And I think they just have to get this one right. And I can see, honestly, I can see Pedro Pascal being like the Tony Stark.
Yeah.
Like moving forward, like Tony Stark is dead.
Yes,
Pedro Pascal, here's your main character. With
he could be the face of the MCU, 100%.
Yeah, pretty much.
There's nobody else. There's nobody else right now that I think could carry the MCU. Like, maybe I'm just blanking out right now, but I don't think there's anybody else that could carry it. Like,
well, they tried to do that with Spider-Man, but
I don't think Spider-Man is tied with Sony too much that it weighs too much.
Well, they won't let him.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
Sony won't let him, bro. That's the problem.
It's too much money involved for like Marvel and Sony. Like, they need somebody who's solely Disney, and like Pedro Pascal's gonna get a huge payday because, like, I know Disney has him for the Mandalorian movie coming up. They have him for this. Like, it's gonna be crazy. Tom Holland is carrying it right now, but I don't think he's gonna be like the leader, the front man of the MCU. Not anytime soon.
I wish he would step up, because he was basically trained by Tony.
He would,
And the Young Avengers would have been like perfect for him to be as like the leader.
I agree, but I think it comes back to the contracts, right? It would like Marvel would lose 50%, I'm sure, of any money they make from him leading those movies, where they could get somebody like Pedro Pascal to lead that and keep 100% of the revenue for them and not have to split it with Sony.
Yeah,
you know?
And I mean, it's also, guys, like I also don't think like Spider-Man isn't like, I don't think their intention is to have him kind of lead, right? And he's never really been that role in the comics either, right? It's always been, he's always had his own things to manage. He's always preferred, and you know, they reference in the movies, right? He wants to be that friendly neighborhood Spider-Man. Like, he kind of comes in when he's needed, but he's always been street level, and I think they should keep it that way. Tom can still kind of carry the universe, right? He's the one character that it makes sense for him to pop in and out of other people's movies, right? That's what Spider-Man does. It's like inherently, like that was how his comic books were, where he was always having these random team-ups because that's just how his character was written, right? It's all these like random skirmishes where he's teaming up with Daredevil, he teams up with Punisher, he teams up with Moon Knight, he teams up with like the Avengers every now and then when they have like a large scale event. So I don't think we need Tom to like lead the team of Avengers or train the next generation. But I do think they should probably leverage Spider-Man more, just given that he's such a household name. Like, throwing him into these movies, and maybe that should be the focus, right? Maybe the focus should be more team-up movies, right? Where it doesn't have to necessarily be solo films. It's good to, like, you know, they did it with Thor Ragnarok, having the Hulk involved. And then, you know, the Falcon and Winter Soldier TV series and kind of how they were managing that. So, and then, you know, Guardians, right? Having Thor involved with the Guardians for a little bit. So I think that's kind of where we can kind of pivot, because I think we're past that time. I'm like, who's leading the MCU, right? And obviously, you know, with you know, what's his name? Chadwick Boseman passing away, that changed a lot of dynamics too, because I'm pretty sure they have plans for Black Panther to be one of those key players. Doctor Strange, right? Benedict Cumberbatch, it seems like he's in it for the long run. He's also one of those key players, right? So, you know, if they decide to go the Illuminati route, right? So at that point, you know, Namor, Doctor Strange, Reed Richards, Professor X, like, you have those characters there. It's just they need to start kind of putting the pieces now, because a lot of these guys are older already too, so they don't got 10-year timelines for them to set up this crap. That's what you get for casting older, right? So I'm sure they got a plan for this, man, but well, I'm curious to see kind of the direction they take it.
And then you look at like the releases, you know, in 2025 you got 4 movies. You got Thunderbolts, Fantastic Four, you got Blade, and then you got Captain America: Brave New World. You know, it's like a mixed bag of stuff.
It is. That's, I don't know, man. I'll see if Thunderbolts even releases in 2025.
I'm curious about that one.
Because we're so used to, like, okay, we introduce these characters, then one big baddie, everybody fights them, then more solo films, then big baddie again, then more solo films. You know, we got used to it, and they're not doing that right now. It seems.
Yeah, they're going like a different route, which is kind of like I said, it kind of sucks because I like that interconnected stuff. When it comes to money, Spider-Man owns MCU. I think that's a big They do preach, push. What? Spider-Man makes too much money to not have solo movies, though. But I get what you're saying. Yeah, man, it's a lot of money.
He's always going to need solo movies, and I'm pretty sure after this next one, because it sounds like they're trying to rush Spider-Man 4.
Well, also he's trying to get out though. I feel like he's done.
Yeah, I think he's trying to get out too, man. So they need to bring in Miles at this point.
Like, it sucks because I feel like we're like, I hate that we didn't get to see him. Like, we didn't get to see
Spider-Man
peak. You know what I mean? Like, peak Spidey, dude. Like, we didn't get to see him really be the ultimate Spider-Man.
The 3-movie origin arc is what we got, right? Tony Stark Jr., which honestly, man, it was good for the first movie, but the fact that they dragged it on the other 2 movies, right? And we didn't physically get him like becoming Spider-Man and taking on that responsibility to literally the end of No Way Home is kind of like spit in the face, man. Right? Yeah, and I guarantee you that suit, we probably won't see that suit again. That at the end where he does his final swing, it's gonna be some new ass suit in the new movie, which sucks.
No, he'll
right?
wear it for
So
10 seconds and then he'll like destroy
it's gonna
it.
get damaged or something. Yeah.
Yeah, yeah, he'll wear it. It'll be back.
Yeah.
That money, that suit's gonna make a lot. But
The way they're managing him, man.
They also brought him in at a weird time. I think in the MCU timeline where
yeah.
it was kind of, I don't know. In my opinion, it was kind of towards the end, like we were getting the end of it, and he just came in because they realized they finally were able to close that deal with Sony where they were able to use him. So I don't know, but I like that idea of the fact that he pops up in movies here and there. I think that would bring that in my opinion, it would be like a good that teen kid tone to the movies without exploiting, I guess, the other characters to make them so, I guess, kid friendly.
yeah,
I don't know if that makes
it's
sense.
just
It's
just harder though with him.
too, right?
It's harder for him to do that with the Sony contract. Like Sony has to revise everything that's happening in that movie. Like, dude, they just need to give the rights to, because
I agree, dude.
Like Sony, what are you doing, man? Sony, like, I love your cameras. Like, don't get me wrong. But like, dude, release Spider-Man. Like, keep the video game properties. That's cool, right?
Yeah, they can keep the merchandising and stuff, dude. But like,
Yeah.
give the movie rights and even the animation to Disney, because like, Madam Web should be a sign enough, bro, on like just the way they're managing this material, right? It's ridiculous, man. Madam Web has become like the laughing stock of cinema right now.
I haven't even
right.
Consider.
And then you got Craven out later this year. Like, bro, I don't think we want
Craven's coming. No, Craven's not coming out this year.
Yeah,
Venom.
Yeah,
Venom
is. No, they're both coming out this year.
I thought they pushed it to next year. I thought they had pushed it.
Oh no, Craven.
Was that last year that they pushed it?
Yes.
Yeah. Well, it was supposed to come out last year. Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Well, I'm excited for Craven.
You're saying with such enthusiasm. I guess I'm excited.
No.
I'll get the hot toy, I guess.
Yeah, I mean that. Hey, bro, I'm not gonna say anything, but that Morbius hot toy head sculpt was fire. So if they don't make a Craven, I'll be a little bit disappointed. But then again, that was Jared Leto, right? That's Jared Leto, so I don't know.
Yeah, man. So I'm hoping people. Yeah, you see, like,
they're not
movie
giving that
Candace comment. We have to I'm hoping people stop going to watch these movies so that Sony's wallet starts hurting, because honestly, the movies are ridiculous, man. They're unnecessary. There's no, I don't know. It's not. It doesn't even feel like they're building a world either, because they all seem so disconnected, and you can tell they've like been suffering from like rewrites as they're in mid shooting and stuff, changing up storylines and pivoting. Right. At one point, I think Andrew or Toby were supposed to show up in Madam Web, and they pulled it at the last second. Right. Like, it's just like, what the hell are they doing? They just seem so confused, bro.
It's like they have nothing set in stone, you know? It's like, things getting changed last minute.
I did see one at the movies this weekend. He was like 2 tickets for Madam Web, so I know who's supporting, but I don't.
Do you think they pulled them out because of Secret Wars or Secret Invasion or whatever it is?
I don't know. I hope they pulled them out because they're rethinking their approach, and maybe they want to give them solo movies. I think Toby should get one. I think Andrew should get one. Sony, if you're trying to make money off of Spider-Man, then use freaking Spider-Man, for Christ's sake, dude. Like, I don't get it. I don't understand this approach. You're trying to milk the property without using the guy that's getting you the money, right?
It's crazy.
And
it's crazy how they're doing.
It's crazy, dude. You're gonna lose
money.
Doesn't
Spider-Man show up in Madam Web though?
As a baby.
Like Spider-Man?
As a baby.
Yeah, as a baby. Peter, and they don't even say Peter, right? You have to make these connections yourself, right?
They're not allowed to say Aunt May either.
Spoiler alert for those of y'all watching Madam Web. I don't know how true this
is.
It just
spoilers.
The thing that sucks is that the story writes itself. You know, it's like at the end of the third one. You know, they all got like phased out. And supposedly went back to their own dimensions, right? And Vulture, he didn't. He went to a totally different one. You know, universe. So why couldn't Toby and Andrew get stuck together and go to the same universe by accident?
Yeah.
You know, and then they could have their own film. Both of them, and then they have to figure out how to get back.
Dude, that would be dope.
Bad Boys 2, but with Spider-Man.
Yeah, Bad Boys with Spider-Man across the universe. I already know 2026 Sony's announcement, the Aunt May origin story. Like, I already know at this point it's gonna be Aunt May. but no Spider-Man. Like, it's gonna be ridiculous. Let me get in this chat real quick. Hit that like button, baby. Let's see. My boy Adam Wayne in here saying, who do you think played a better Spider-Man? So I guess we can go from the bottom up. I put Abisai on the hot seat. What do you think was the best Spider-Man, Abisai?
It's hard to say because each one was like a different Peter, and Spider-Man.
Both
You
Peter
know,
1, Peter 2, Peter 3.
Like, yeah, exactly. But like everybody liked Toby and everybody liked Andrew, and then everybody was like, "Oh, look at Marvel's Andrew." And Marvel's Andrew has so much like, he has so much of this like acting ability in the films that he never got to show in the other films.
Yeah.
And people want to see more of that. We don't want to see Sony's version. We want to see Marvel's version of Andrew. That's kind of a shame because I like Andrew a lot.
Okay. Mr. Stark, 2093.
I agree, man. I think if we're talking Spider-Man, right?
Yeah, Spider-Man, not Peter Parker. Spider-Man.
It's Andrew for me, right? I think in both universes, right? Sony's movies, he was perfect as Spider-Man. I think we got a lot more of that playful side of what Spider-Man is as a character, right? Even though Peter inherently inside is a depressed person, man, he's always struggling with stuff. But when he puts on the mask, it changes his persona, right? And I thought Andrew depicted that perfectly, right? The confidence, the playfulness, the snarkiness, the jokes, right? Even though he's in very tense situations, the awkwardness, right? And also he was very visual with his acting, right? A lot of those movies they forced, like Toby had to have the mask off or something, right? But Andrew could act through the mask, right? Through his mannerisms and his movement. So I think he perfected that. And it was really hard for Toby to do that. And I think it's really hard for Tom to do that because his suit is CGI 90% of the damn time, right? We hardly get shots of him in a physical suit. And when he is in the physical suit, he has his freaking mask off, right? So that's the distinction. And that's why I think Andrew as a whole is a better Spider-Man because he just managed the medium a lot better than the other two.
Gotcha.
I agree. And I think the perfect scene that kind of describes that change in character, right? Because even though it's the same person, he's a different character. It's when he stops that robber. And it was a Spider-Man 1, right? And he's telling them like, "Oh my God, I'm so scared." And then he seems so confident. It's like completely different, like from what Peter Parker was until to when he puts on the suit and the mask and he I think I agree. It has to be Andrew.
Yeah. Damn. So it looks like it's a landslide. I wouldn't put Tom Holland as my favorite Spider-Man. Toby, I like Toby for me right now. What it is the nostalgia, because that was the first person that we see, and I think in the back of our heads, like that's who sometimes we right away think about as Spider-Man. But I mean, I agree with y'all. Andrew, I think, brought that to the table. Like my thing with these characters, growing up with the comics and the animated series, I do think that Andrew brought that animated series Spider-Man to life, in my opinion. And so I gotta agree with that, man. Like he really did do that part. And then I enjoyed his Spider-Man also in the most serious moments the most as well. One of my favorite scenes is when he's getting pulled over, like not pulled over, but the police have him surrounded at the end of the first movie with the lizard, and he's doing like that. Yeah, he takes off his, like, dude, that was so awesome, man. It was very epic, very like moody and stuff, and I think he knocked it out of the park, going for like the two ends of playing a very playful Spidey and then being able to have those emotional and very cool scenes as Spider-Man, not just as Peter Parker. So yeah, man, and, that'll go with that one.
So I went back and actually like saw some of the scenes of Spider-Man from the Amazing Spider-Man 2, and the cinematography on it's like really good.
Oh, dude, yeah, man.
Like the fight scenes and stuff like that in it, it's like really good.
Swinging scenes, dude. Oh my goodness. And that's my problem with Tom Holland Spider-Man is I could probably count on my hand how many times that dude swung in his movies.
Yeah.
Right? There's no iconic swinging scenes. If anything, the only one I can recall is from No Way Home, where Doctor Strange is chasing him through all like the crazy mirror dimension. But even then, it's like over the top stuff, and he's not really swinging. He's like jumping on things, and right? So like Andrew Spidey, like and this was, and I heard from, I don't know if this is true, but I heard this was driven by request from Andrew. And he's like, we have to have scenes where he's swinging, right? We have to show him swinging through the city. We have to show kind of his versatility and how he maneuvers and stuff, right? Then that was one thing he wanted to highlight. So all those scenes where you see, you know, those close-ups, and like I think it's Amazing Spider-Man 2 where the camera's like on his chest and you see him like, you know, he's like whipping the web, and you get all the sound and you get the force of the speed of how much.
Do the sound, Chris. Do the sound. Do the sound.
No.
I saw that in the video. I was like,
bro, they're like, bro, did he add that post in post?
I was like, he's like practical. He's actually the sound maker for the actual like web shots and all the Spidey shots. Yeah. That's funny, bro.
I did the Predator one too. They paid me for that one, in case y'all didn't know.
Raven coming this August.
Huh?
Yeah, do the Predator.
Let me hear
it. Here's a question from your cousin Matthew. What's the lifespan of the MCU? Does MCU focus on the audience that grew up with Marvel more, or what are y'all's thoughts on that? Is this upcoming generation into the MCU as much as past generations? That's a good question, because I know Star Wars hits very different for certain generations, based on prequels, sequels, OT. So what do y'all think about that? Like, where do y'all think Marvel lies their focus primarily?
I think it varies.
I think they're targeting. I think they're targeting a new audience.
I think it's a younger audience they're targeting.
They're targeting.
Although I think it's backfiring on them, and they're starting to pivot because now they want to target the older audience again.
The older audience, yeah.
And you know, more mature content. I heard you know, Blade is being rewritten to be a little bit more mature. Daredevil was being rewritten to be a little bit more mature and more akin to what the Netflix series was. Whatever they're going to do with the Punisher, they want to do a more mature approach. I think there's been rumors of a Midnight Suns movie in the works with Michael Giacchino to direct. So I think that, Juan, I agree with you. Their original approach was like, hey, let's focus on the young crowd. We need to get this young generation because those are the ones that are going to be seats for the next 10 years. And then it backfired and didn't really hit as they thought it would. And now they're like, okay, we got to pivot. We need adult content, right? Adult-oriented content, and that's what's going to get people in seats.
It's true. To be fair, it's not just Sony screwing up these characters. MCU has a lot to prove now too, because they've been slacking. And I agree, man. I agree. I think right now, like, it's all fair game right now. Anybody really could take it, and anybody could really freaking plummet down in seats and ratings and all that stuff. Because, I mean, for as good as you were for those 10 years, like, it doesn't guarantee anything for the next 10, right? You really have to own up to that title again, which it sucks as a company, but I think as audience members, like, when you've been given all that stuff, like, you would just expect quality stuff, you know. And I think you can only get disappointment if it's a downgrade, right? Downgrade.
You think Kevin Feige was laying, you know, on his desk in front of his computer, and then he got a flashback, or not a flashback, but like a time traveler, and he said, "It's Zach. He's the key."
Hey, I'm still waiting for them to get Zach to do an MCU movie, man. I think he will.
I don't think they ever will. You think so,
bro?
I think they would.
Why wouldn't you get him to do, like, if they end up doing a Daredevil movie, I'd get Zach.
Oh,
if they end up doing like Punisher, or if Moon Knight also ends up transitioning to like more movies and not shows, I see Zach taking either one of those characters, bro. I think he has the cinematic style. I wouldn't trust him to write the damn things, obviously, but I think he has the cinematic style and approach and tone to make those movies successful. Hell, I would have even gave Zach Blade. I would have called him up real quick, like, "Yo, come do this Blade movie, bro." You know, and just like let him kind of take the reins with that stuff, bro, and cut loose. Fucking Ghost Rider. Oh my god, I'd give.
Ghost Rider.
Ghost
Rider would be sick.
It would be a lot of flames in slow motion, but it'd be fire. Literally, it'd be fire.
So,
yeah, man, I'd be okay with Zack Snyder doing a Marvel movie to stick it to DC, like, you know, like that. That'd be like the revenge tour. But Real quick, it's like Xbox versus PlayStation Wars. Who will win in July 25th and take the throne? This generation, DC or Marvel?
Damn,
That's a good one, bro. I think we're like I
it's
said,
not in
it's,
July, so I'm gonna give it to Marvel. on
well,
that
there's
one.
nothing coming out this year, right, for DC anymore.
No, July 25 is what he means. 2025.
Oh,
So
okay.
that's Superman and Fantastic Four.
So that was our original
Head to head.
topic for this for this stream. Technically, I think
Yeah.
at one point we had discussed that.
Yeah.
It'll be up in the air, but it's like I said, it's fair game right now, man. It's fair game.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You know?
Both are
I
important
think-
movies. Both
Yeah.
are important movies for the universes.
Yeah, well, they're gonna hit us right now with some nostalgia because X-Men '97 is coming out.
Yeah.
What a pivot! What a pivot by Mr. Abasai, realizing
Dude.
that we still have a second topic to talk about.
We do, we
As
do.
always.
Over here was like I was like, man,
Damn.
this dude's over here like
Because I got
sharing
him.
the-
I got him right
sharing
here.
the
Look,
screen.
I got
Ooh.
some right here. Look at that, all set up.
I see Magneto back there.
Yep, yep.
I see Rogue too on the corner.
Mm-hmm.
Nice.
Gambit,
But yeah,
Woolly, Storm.
that's a good little pivot there, man. So yeah, part of this Marvel Mania, right? Our second topic today was X-Men '97 dropped its first trailer. I think a lot of people were excited for this, man. Like if you never
A lot of
watched
people
the
were mad.
X-Men cartoon, but yeah, you said a lot of people were mad.
Yeah.
I think it was. I think overall it
did.
was positive, right? But I know what you're gonna say.
They screwed up. They screwed up Rogue.
I had a feeling. I was like, yeah, they nerfed her ass, bro.
They nerfed her, man. They nerfed her.
They took the cake away, bro.
Yeah,
But,
which is funny because a lot of Disney movies, they all the women have cakes now, man. Not anymore.
No, dude, not anymore.
anymore.
They took it and they put it on Magneto instead. I think Magneto. But yeah, and it seems, but I don't know, man. I think this was a huge kind of drop, right? And you can definitely, I'm thinking. It's kind of crazy that Marvel drops all this shit, dude, as like Madam Web's release week is. They're like, okay, yeah, Sony's fucking like destroying our brand here, right?
Yeah,
now, people are assuming like, oh, Madam Web's part of the MCU because they established that in No Way Home, and those universes are shared because of the multiverse, and like, so Marvel on the other side and Disney's like, oh hell nah, bro, we need people to forget about Madam Web. We're dropping the announcement for the Fantastic Four, and we're gonna drop the first trailer for X-Men '97.
Well, I heard Sydney Sweeney say she was excited to be part of the MCU.
Dude,
so.
I know that's so awkward. I'm like, bro, did they lie to these actresses like when they were getting casted? Like, because I think even Dakota Johnson made the comment that when she signed on, she was originally under the assumption that it was for bigger reasons, right? To go into the MCU.
They probably changed it last minute. Changed the script.
Yeah, exactly.
It is part of the multiverse at this point, so they are technically part of the MCU in terms of a grain of salt, like. But
yeah, and Madam Web plays a role in Secret Wars,
yeah.
right? So like, whether or not that's still going to be the case, I don't think so, man. Just how this movie's performed, and it's become so. I think it's more memeable than freaking Morbius, which is a crazy thing to say, bro.
Can't wait for the hot toy announcements of those figures.
Those figures ain't doing much job,
I
bro.
wonder.
I don't even think third party's touching them, bro.
I was pretty sure third party would touch them.
I wonder if the Wolverine in '97 is going to be the Hugh Jackman in Deadpool, because
that's what I was curious about, dude. Yes.
Yeah. Because you saw Doctor Strange, he went to like cartoon universe and stuff like that, so it is possible.
Yes. Yeah, that's what I was thinking too, and I think we referenced that too in our last conversation, right? When we were with Yomo, right? We were talking like there's a good big possibility that the Wolverine that we get in Deadpool 3 could be the X-Men '97 Wolverine, in live action. But like I said, they can approach it in so many different ways. But in terms of the trailer, man, what did you guys think? Right, the animation style, kind of the voice acting. What did y'all like? What y'all saw?
So, I was a huge fan of the X-Men '97, like best theme song possibly to one of the animated series shows ever.
Yes.
It was fire, dude. Like I'll when I'm leaving my house and I hit that gate controller and the gate's opening, I play that shit and I fly off like I'm in the fucking X-Men, right? So it's a whole fucking vibe, right? Like that theme. But dude, it was crazy to see it because this is like I think I'm not gonna say the perfect, but you can feel the transition between 97 to now, right? We're going back to it,
Yes.
but we have a little bit of a modern animation style
Yep.
that they've added to it, and also, I understand some of the voice actors also passed away, so
Yeah.
you can see the new people come in. I believe it was Cyclops, and I don't remember who else was it. A professor? I'm not sure if it was Professor X or not, but or Gambit is now. I heard Gambit is now Bishop. So I don't,
Oh,
they
voice
switched voice actors for that.
Yeah.
But dude, it was very, very surreal, like watching this again, and like not having a Fox Kids right after that. You know
Oh,
what I mean? Like,
yeah.
like we'd watch that, it'd be like Fox Kids or something like that. So this was fantastic, man. It was very like surreal to see this, like this scene where, like, because it's like full circle in the trailer too, because it starts with Professor X talking to his X-Men, and it ends with Cyclops, who I love as a character design, and he's like, to me, my X-Men, like that scene was
Yes,
slap,
dude.
right? That was like the X-Men's version of Avengers Assemble.
Leader
You know what I
Cyclops
mean?
is the best,
Like,
bro.
dude, yeah, man. Like, and we just finished talking about who's gonna lead the MCU, but like in this show, like obviously, Cyclops is leading them, and so it was really cool to see somebody who's already established, and
Yes.
hopefully, like, I'm just looking forward to this, and I'm not gonna talk too much about the trailer. Just I'm talking about my excitement, because I guess we can like dissect the trailer later around another time. But
Yeah,
um,
yeah.
go ahead and go to the next one.
No, I mean, I like it. I do agree with your comment, Carlos, where you were like, yeah, it's like you can clearly see the shift between like the original '97 cartoon and this updated animation style. Obviously, the new voice actors involved, but the still the classic hints there with like the cell shading animation, but it's like 3D now. It's clear as hell. There's no fuzziness like the film grain, right, that you used to have on the old cartoons and stuff. This sucker's like an HD 4K animation, so it looks sick, and just like the overall movement, and obviously that iconic scene that we got right in the trailer where Gambit's powering up Wolverine's claws. Like, holy shit, bro! It's like super fans, like kids, wrote this series. Like, you can tell, like, there was some love put into this show.
100%.
Like, because like that's some stuff that you think of like when you're at the playground when you're a kid. It's like, bro, what if Gambit powered up Wolverine's claws? Like, right? It's just like stuff you just like, and they're like, you know what? Let's do that in the show, right? So I'm super stoked for this, man. I can't wait, bro.
Same. This one can't come around faster. Real quick before we hop on somebody else's conversation, going back to what you said about Wolverine's claws lighting up, there's actually a figure that came with like some claws that were a little bit more translucent, and like the sales for that figure immediately skyrocketed, prices skyrocket on Amazon just for that freaking Wolverine because of that scene. So it's just crazy how that shift was felt immediately, like in the toy community and
It
stuff.
impacted it.
Yeah, right away, bro. Right away. Those prices.
How's that gonna work? Is he gonna just slash and explode, or what?
Yeah, that's true. Well, it's kinetic energy, right? So I think it might just transfer into the person that he slashes, right?
Yeah.
So
It'll be interesting.
who knows? They've always taken liberty with Gambit's powers, right? Everybody had the
like
assumptions like, oh,
hot knife through butter.
yeah, he makes things explode. It's like, no, it's kinetic energy. It's what he does, right? So, yeah, that's I think it's gonna be cool, man. I hope it's a tease of what they're gonna do in live action, because, dude, just imagine Gambit charging up Hugh's claws, bro. Holy crap, man. That would, I think the theater would just like go wild, bro. People start fighting, just like start slap boxing. It's like, oh shit.
Well, that's the thing, that Wolverine's gonna come from somewhere, so it's kind of like you might get a glimpse of other characters, in his universe.
For sure, dude.
So
Yeah, like, are we gonna see his X-Men, right? Like, who his people are?
At the end of Deadpool, he's gonna have to go somewhere. Is he gonna like be like a portal or something, and he's gonna walk through, and you can see the rest of the X-Men in the background?
Yeah,
it has to be some kind of teaser.
Well, they kind of did that in Deadpool too, right? Whenever I think they're at the school or whatever, They open the
Yeah,
door and it's the
they
X-Men
show
in
the
behind
first
it.
class. Yeah.
Yeah.
Just give me James Marsden as Cyclops and Deadpool, and I'll be happy, bro. That's all I ask for. Like in this suit, you know. Let's see. I don't know if I have anything else in here. Juan, you got anything?
No, I loved it. I think it's gonna be a fun cartoon to watch.
When
And
does
I
it come
think
out?
they're, March, right?
March?
Next month. I think it comes out
yeah,
next
yeah,
month.
yeah. Next month.
Oh yeah, so they were right there,
Yeah.
bro.
And I think they're targeting everybody. It's not just a kid cartoon. I think they're targeting the audience that watched it.
Mm-hmm.
And I think they're targeting the audience that watched it. I think it's gonna have a huge tie-in to what we're gonna be expecting in the upcoming films.
The only problem I have with this, is like the hype of this is gonna be the figures that we're gonna get from the show. Like I don't see Hot Toys tackling this. Mondo or
Yeah,
is it Mondo?
Mondo.
No, Mondo does obviously the those like other kind of figures, but then Hano is doing that. They're doing their Wolverine, but it's not like exactly to the animated series. So I don't know what they're gonna
I can see them doing this.
So
Yeah,
but I don't see them doing another Wolverine. You know what I mean? I think
if it's tied into the series, they might.
I feel like
they do 20 Iron Mans, 20 Spider-Mans.
Maybe.
that's true.
I'd be okay with it. That's what I need. But also it's cool to have them this way, like animated. So Mondo might be the one.
It could be. I mean, even with Hugh Jackman, we don't know how many Hugh Jackman's Wolverines we're gonna get in Deadpool. So we might get 3. I mean, we have 2, including that Patch and what we saw from the leaks. But we might get another one. So it's a good opportunity for them to start busting out a bunch of Wolverines added to the lineup.
Yeah. If you look at the trailer, Jean's pregnant in this.
Yeah.
Yeah. So is it Cyclops or is it Wolverines? Clearly,
twins.
yeah,
Twins.
right.
One
They're clearly
Wolverine.
gonna be Cyclops though. So that makes me wonder: is Cyclops and Wolverine like friends in this now? Because there's always a rivalry between them,
Yeah.
You guys know if the 97 means anything else besides the year that it came out originally, or what?
That's all I know.
No, I don't think. I don't think there's anything else. I'm pretty sure there's all kinds of rumors going around on what it could mean, but I haven't seen too much on what it could mean.
Dude, I just need Hano to announce a Cyclops. I need a Cyclops. That's all I need. We'll go from there. After
people
that.
were mad. People were mad.
Hey, Yomo. Yomo's hilarious. Yeah, man. This dude said women, am I right?
Are we gonna play the game?
Yeah,
No, man,
do we wanna
Not today. I think just we want to wrap it up short today. So
yeah.
Well, we're gonna save it for next time. But yeah.
Since we started a little late this stream, man.
Yeah.
We won't. It's getting too late into the night, but yeah, we'll save the game for next time, I guess. So we'll go ahead and wrap it up. I just want to say appreciate for all the guys that are coming in and joining in the chat. We appreciate the support, guys. We know we started a little later tonight, so it's awesome that you guys are still tuning in and checking us out, man. It's always fun having you guys here. And also shout out to Mr. Abasai for joining in the stream, man. It's always a pleasure having you, bro.
Always fun.
For sure, man. Always love having you here, man. And I know it was like a last minute ad, so anytime we can get a Abasai cameo up in the stream, bro.
Pop up.
So, we'll call it a little team up, little push team ups, dude. Every time we got a little Abasai pop up.
He's the Spider-Man of the streaming of the WHA-POOSH.
But yeah, I appreciate it, man, and it's always fun having you guys here. So I guess before we wrap up, guys, Abasai, let the people know what you got going on, man.
Right now I'm actually 3D printing Carlos's power chambers right now. So I got that going on. So excited to get those out so you can have them all displayed nice. Yeah.
They look real sick. He showed me a picture of them. They look sick.
Yeah, and actually, I got a cosplay photo shoot this Saturday. She's gonna dress as X-23, so that very fitting
Dope.
what we're talking about. Mhm.
Dope.
Let me share something real quick. I'll be saying while we're on you real quick.
Yeah, go ahead.
Where is it? He shared this picture here. So he did really dope with that picture right there, man. So make sure y'all go make sure y'all go check out his page. He does some great photography, man. That shot was fire, bro. I thought it was straight from the movie, man.
Yeah. So I found out about this one toy company called ZD Toys. And they do a lot of like different versions of Iron Man, and I saw this one, and it actually had like light up LED.
Yeah.
So I was like, "Oh, that's cool." Now I don't have to Photoshop it.
There you go, bro.
Yeah.
There you go. So yeah, man, y'all make sure you check out Abisai. That shot was fire,
Appreciate
bro. So yeah.
Thanks, appreciate it.
Dope. All right, Silos, what you got going on, man?
Dude, let me put on this watermark real quick. All right, so just to CEO Lounge yesterday, we had a great panel of photographers yesterday. So if anybody wants to catch that replay today, the WHA-POOSH show, obviously Thursday's Copper Drop, Friday I'll be back with Freeze Friday, and I just finished building my PC so I can go back to editing videos flawlessly now. Like, I was mad that Surface Pro was like, "I'm tired, boss, like give me a break," and I was like, "I got you, bro, I got you." So I'm looking forward to bringing in some more reels, and that's it. I mean, just catch me on here and everywhere else. So Chick-fil-A tomorrow, you know.
Oh, Chick-fil-A
Wednesday.
Wednesday.
Hey, bro, I had tacos today, bro. They were fire. That's all I'm saying.
Nice.
I had tacos too.
Yeah. So,
All right, Juan, what you got going on, bud?
Nothing much. Just you make sure you catch us back again next week. The WHA-POOSH show, and then dude, go check out that reel that Chris did on the Instagram. Jesus, such a fire edit right there. And of course, Freeze Fridays with Carlos. If I get to it, you know, I missed the last 2 weeks, so.
Been under the weather though, so we're good. We'll be back.
Yeah, for sure.
And
man.
I thought today was Monday.
Damn.
Well, we were off yesterday. You probably worked, but we were off.
Oh yeah, I had to work, bro. I know banks were closed, but I had to work, man.
Obviously, you worked yesterday?
Yeah, I went to work too.
Damn, Juan, you're the only one slacking this week.
I'm over here thinking it's Monday.
He was hibernating, bro.
He was hibernating and shit.
Hey, I'm not, man. I caught pink eye this weekend. It was fucking crazy.
Oh wow!
I don't even know how, bro.
You wash your pillows.
Oh damn, bro!
I don't even know how. Probably Adrian farting on my pillow.
Fart on your pillow, bro.
Yeah.
Probably.
Just pretend Gambit touch your eyes and charge you.
But
it was a tough ass weekend for me. I was sick, fucking pink eye. I had to clean my gutters. Jesus.
Damn. Fucking gutters. I hate gutters, bro. That's why I don't have any.
That's funny.
But all right, man. Yeah, we had a fun time, guys, here on the stream. Like Juan mentioned, go check out that reel, the vinyl of the week. I spent some extra time on putting this one together, man. Got some good feedback from Juan and Carlos. So go like and subscribe if you guys haven't. Spread the love. And as always, let us know what you guys like, what y'all want to see more of. And if you guys ever want to kind of jump in, like Mr. Abisai here, let us know, man. We'll happily pull you guys in. It's always fun talking with the community. Everybody's very supportive here, so it's always a good time. And I think we all feel kind of supported and appreciated, man. So it's always fun. But yep, as Juan mentioned and Carlos, we have a stream next week on Tuesday. Hopefully we'll start that one on time as expected, 7:30. But we'll keep you guys posted if anything changes. But yep, appreciate you guys joining with us, man. We'll catch you guys next time. Later.